Hey guys, what's up? It's AJ. I got a quick hike for you today. It is Menden Peak outside of Rutland, Vermont. It shares a trailhead with the Buckland Trail, which goes up Killington. Menden's right next to Killington. So you're going to see the Buckland Trail there on the left and a forestry gate on the right. The forestry gate is for a private road. Um, you're going to see that you get to the corner of the Park Service there, and then you see a private camp. There's a couple of them, kind of weird. You are on the Catamount Trail, so that's pretty cool. There's a few spots right around that area. Um, like I said, there's a couple of those houses. They're kind of sketchy. I would probably steer clear. Um, you've got a couple of road crossings and stream crossings. Somewhere in the road crossings, or the road intersections, I got mixed up. The blue is actually my trail. This red is someone else's hike that I found online and superimposed so you get a perspective of a different hike. They followed the valley all the way to that far ridge and then zigzagged up the ridge. There are a lot of logging roads up there. And if you if you're not careful, you can get really turned around. Um, so I was over in that area and I found a litter, and I assume an AED is in that container, um, but it's somewhere in that mess of logging roads. Um, when you get to where the bushwhack sign is there, it's pretty much free for all until you get to that vista, and then there's a herd path along the spine. So now I'm going to show you my misguided trip here. Turned out to be a fun adventure. I mean, it started just like the other one, just like the other person's trip, and it ended just like on the same thing. It's a point A to point B. So there and back. Once I got past all these houses, I got to this intersection, which is like it says, where it all went wrong. I went left. I should have kept going. The trails are pretty well marked, but that's what every single one of the logging roads turned four-wheeler trails looked like. So I think I probably was a little lax in how far up that ridge I went. I was well up Killington before turning to my right, and it seemed like there was someone else up here. There were some ribbons. It was like following somebody in the snow. Just not a good idea. I walked it for a ways, lost their ribbons, and looked through the trees, and I could see Menden in the distance. So I knew it was the only real thing out there. So I just kind of went for it and went down, and I got really lucky in the sense that I came down right where the sign is and where that junction is that does the stream crossing there. Not really sure what the other person was thinking. The ridge that or the trail that goes across that ridge or that I guess you could call it a ridge. It's super. I mean the steadiness of it is perfect. It's super easy to follow. It's an old logging road. You come to that 45-degree angle there, and it turns into more like a stream bed. There's no real rhyme or reason to it, but once you get around where the bushwhack thing is, you have to turn right, and there's a whole mess of down trees, and it's just really tough to get through this section here. But once you go up a little ways, you get locked into some really thick fir that leads you to this vista here. Um, Not much of a vista. I got rained on all day, which is whatever. But there's actually a herd path that goes from that vista to the peak, and it's pretty well established. Um, there's a canister at the top. But by the time I got there, I was pretty belligerent. Um, but yeah, you'll see that I did bushwhack back down. There was actually a herd path for the first maybe 5 or 6 of those markers, and then it just disappears. Followed myself back to that stream crossing, the sign, and followed the actual trail back. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions or comments, if you want to see me do another trail, another mountain, throw it in the comments. Until next time, happy trails, and thanks for watching.